Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So I've managed to finish the dio for the duck. As I mentioned, it was going to be a straightforward beach, and I was just going to plonk the duck on top of it. So what I started off with was a plastic base from Games Workshop. Now this base was too big, so what I decided to do was get one of the smaller bases that I'd used previously and drew a circle around this and cut that out to give a smaller section, which you'll see in a bit. But this material is supposedly the replacement for the blue insulation board that you can use for arts and crafts. Now I'm not sure whether it is or whether somebody was blagging me, but I bought some. I think it was 6 sheets. And this was a nice surprise because this is a cut-off. The sheets that I've ordered are the same size, A3, but they're 20mm deep, whereas this is 10mm deep. But the other nice surprise to this was, on the flip side, we've got this texture. Now I don't know about you, but that and when I saw that, I just thought I've got to use that for the beach. You know, when you've been to beaches and you've got that ripple effect where the tide has gone out and just left the ripples in the sand, and then you've got little you've got water sitting just in the recesses, and so that's what I've tried to achieve with this dio. So I shall get it now and have a look at it together. So here it is, guys. So basically, as I say, I cut out the smaller circle, then I chamfered the edges, stuck that material down with PVA glue, and then I started painting it with, initially I was painting it, was it a Shapty Bone? Zandri dust, but then I switched to Games Workshop's Ballor Brown again, because I wanted to get that wet sand kind of look. Once that was down, I then used a clear floor polish to get this shiny effect. But what was happening, I think I put about 3 coats down. The paint was just absorbing it. It wasn't really having the effect I wanted. So I remembered I'd got some of that Liquitex, you know, the high gloss stuff. So I put some of that over it, and it's just about dry now. You can see a patch here that's kind of got like a milky colour, but that will dry clear because this isn't on too thick. So I plonked the duck on it, and I didn't really like the look of it. The beach was just a bit bland, and I just needed to add something to it. This is supposed to represent one of the anti-landing craft ramps that were created by Rommel. And at higher tides, what would happen is the landing craft would come in, hit this, and it would roll to one side or the other. But the other thing was there was mines, anti-tank mines, I think, on sections of these pieces of wood. So the landing craft would either tilt over, or it would hit one of these mines. And that's one of the reasons why on D-Day the landings took place at low tide, so that they could get around these obstacles, but it meant that the men had to run further across the beach to get to the wall. So when I saw a photo of one of these, I thought, okay, well, my son's just been putting loads of Budlear in the recycling bin, the green recycling bin, and so sure enough I went out to the front where the bin was, and there was just loads of branches that were like this. So I just cut them to size to try and mimic what was there on D-Day, or what I could see from the photographs. And I've put half on because obviously with the dio finishing here, that's what I wanted to represent, that this is just part of it and it continues. I cut a helmet off one of the 1/72 British figures I've got, just to have that line on the sand there. But that kind of added a bit more interest to the diorama and took some of this white space up, I think they call it, where there's nothing really happening in it. I think what I would have liked to have done with this dio as well is not have it circular. I think it would be better if I'd have kind of got a bit of a misshape in there rather than just not quite, but almost a perfect circle. But that's the dio complete and the duck complete, so I'm really happy with that, and this will go on the shelf now. Thank you very much everyone for your kind comments on the 3 kits that I managed to finish as part of the 48-hour marathon build. Do appreciate it. I did also finish watching all 3 extended versions of The Hobbit and also the extended versions of Lord of the Rings in that time, so I was well set up doing hobbying and watching Lord of the Rings, certainly my favourite film. Look after yourselves and I'll catch up with you soon.